channel.
Okay.
Okay, this is Ficta Scripter of the FiMWritersGroup. I'm joined today by Barrow, Adam the Pony, Colt Zero, aka Jake the Brony, and Saint Absol. Today we're going to be, first of all, reading Chapter 2 of Allicorns Attack. In Chapter 1 we covered Ali the Allicorn from Allicornlandia showing up in Ponyville, and a tornado of Allicorns destroying homes in Ponyville, and good enough for BBC, yeah.
Celestia controls the TARDIS, apparently.
Yeah, and Celestia controls the TARDIS, and apparently it's up to Ali to save the world. So we will see how that goes. Oh, and all of the Allicorns. The Allicorns were defeated by Earth Ponies, which outnumbered
the Earth
Pony
Master Race.
In Allicornlandia.
The Earth Pony
Master Race. So
It's
now
a good
that
thing
I've
Saint is here because I feel
All hands, Earth Pony Master Race.
right, now that I've given the recap to that, let's get into Chapter 2 of Allicorns Attack. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Yeah, a few days.
Okay. Ali was running past all the Allicorns flying in the sky. One poked her boob, while the other slapped Fluttershy.
Wait, what?
Okay.
So, wait, it's a human now?
So, Fluttershy's been getting a lot of punishment over the course of this. She's had her ears in pain because of Spike playing the flute, and she's had Celestia making her cry. Now she's been slapped by an Allicorn.
You really get the feeling this author does not like Fluttershy despite his name.
Yeah. Fluttershy's sexy, apparently. Yeah. Fluttershy fucking
User
bit the
joined your
changeling,
channel.
and the Allicorn fell to his miserable death. So, wait. First of all, why is fucking being used an adverb? Secondly, changeling, Allicorn. Those words are not interchangeable, so I don't know why they're using that. All right.
And it's Fluttershy. Can we point that out again?
This is a Trollfic.
Fighting the changeling, yes. Nice kill, Fluttershy, Twilight cheered. She slapped her butt and high-fived her. Ali was sad. The Twilight didn't do that to her. Alright, so we've got some intrigue here. We've got some jealousy going on.
Smack on the ass, high five.
Yeah, Ali is liking the attention. Twilight's giving Fluttershy some attention and Ali doesn't like it. So, you know, we've got some real intrigue here. Where to next, Rainbow Dash? Ali said, her voice ending in a cackling manner. Hang on, let me try and repeat that sentence. Ending in a cackling manner, because that seems like a quite a challenge. Hang on. Where to next, Rainbow Dash?
I'm face hoofing right now.
They all stepped back for a moment, unsure of what Ali just did. She is either evil or nice. There's no middle ground in Equestria, apparently.
No, there isn't. If the fanfic has told us anything.
Oops. Mind my fucking manners. I love cake. Who wants to have cake? They all looked at her like she was crazy, so they kept on running towards the Allicorns. Pinky jumped one's back and slapped it to death. Well.
What?
We can do this, Ali screamed. She threw her hoof and attacked the main six.
That's all in quotes.
That was all in quotes.
All in caps, too.
Right. There's no comments for that chapter yet, but I'm sure there will be some.
I think that's well deserved.
Yeah. Okay.
It is so short. How does he manage to
I should
fail into something so short?
I should point out, actually, that the name of the chapter is Chapter 2. Sorry, this one is so short. That's the name of the chapter. That is the name of the chapter.
A slap in the face.
I think shortness is the least of our worries. That's
Okay.
the least of the problems.
I legitimately want this to be longer. I want more of this. I seriously do.
Okay, everyone. The next story we're going to read, I've given you the link. Ponies visit Xavier in the real world. Now.
Oh god. Is this gonna Xavier, Renegade
I
Angel,
think that
because
just
that show was so
let me point out,
trippy.
I've only read like one paragraph from this, and I want everyone here to have a guess why I might really like this story. At least
Oh
from what
my
I've
god,
read.
I just looked at how long
Earth
the story is.
Something will come up.
I
Something
just
will
looked at
come
how
up.
long this story is. It is 9 chapters, legitimate chapters, and it is 1,300 words.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Shorter
Let
than
me-
Dowdy
let me-
Sailor, whatever the
let
fuck
me-
it is.
Let me just say this, so that everyone is aware. Something is going to come up in this first paragraph, well, first chapter, since the first chapter is a paragraph, and I want everyone to point out when they think that something comes up that they think would mean that I would really like this fic. Okay, let me start. Hi, I'm Xavier, and this is the story of how I got visited by ponies. It was a dark, mysterious night when I walked up my stairs and saw 5 ponies sitting there.
Oh my god.
They were Twilight, Applejack, Pinky, Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy. I love her here. Well, I asked them why they're here, and they were surprised. I know who they are, so I showed them an episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. When
Oh
they
my
saw
God.
Rarity, they were confused and said that that pony didn't exist in Equestria, and I told them that was a good thing.
No, you
Oh
added
my
the
I
end.
God.
think that's where it got.
Marshmallow deleted.
So, yeah.
Rarity, I love you, Rarity.
So, an alternate universe where Rarity never existed.
Then who's the end of the
Maybe.
generosity?
Perhaps.
So
perhaps-
that's why you like it. Rarity does not exist.
Yes, that is why I picked up this fic.
Wow.
User joined your channel.
Okay, carrying on. In the same paragraph. And Fluttershy got sucked in and they went after her. I asked if the portal could have been made by my love for Fluttershy, and Twilight said that was only possible if she loved me back somehow. Fluttershy hid behind her hair and blushed. I don't think she has ever seen me so that I thought her blushing was just shyness. This is nearly everything is misspelled, I must say.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And their grammar
try to read it.
errors
It's
all
kinda
over the
hard.
place.
Twilight is spelt Twilite,
Okay,
which is brilliant.
Can we just stop for a minute?
Why?
Because I want to speculate. Either this guy is high, or he is legitimately trolling us.
No. I think he legitimately loves My Little Pony, but doesn't
Yes.
know how to write at all. He
We
has
will-
a strong love of Fluttershy and hates Rarity.
Yeah.
I
So
think he's an idiot.
Two things that are really bugging me more than they should. Applejack and Fluttershy are 2 words of these things. Like, Applejack is 2 words and Fluttershy is 2 words. And this is pissing me off
Fluttershy.
more than I
Except for
it really
Rainbow
should.
Dash.
All right, Rainbow Dash is 1 word.
She's the only one that... Okay, now we are being trolled.
Yeah,
The
okay.
one...
This has
Okay.
to be deliberate. I'm sorry,
Let
but
me
this has
let me
to
carry
be.
on. Let me carry on.
And only like 2 of the I's are capitalized in this.
Let me carry on. Twilight said they would need to go back. I almost cried, but Twilight said she didn't know how to go back, which made me happy, but also sad. The ponies. So this is an emotional roller coaster already. Oh dear. Then Shutterfly, with got a new spelling here. Then Shutterfly walked up to me and grabbed my hand. In brackets it says, "How does a pony with hoofs do that anyway?" Asked if the group could have a place to stay. I said that Twilight and Applejack could stay in the living room, Rainbow and Pinky should stay in the guest room, and Fluttershy could stay in my room. She blushed again, but I thought it was just shyness again. That was all one sentence, without a comma, without a stop, without anything. And obviously this guy is just trying to shack up with Fluttershy by inviting her into his room.
Hold on. There actually is a pony called Shutterfly in the show, or at least that's a fan name.
Oh dear. So here I am in a house full of ponies, and he's misspelt ponies as well, which is brilliant. One person called 911 and the police came. Oh, sorry, hang on. Oh no, sorry, I misread that. Sorry. So here I am in a house full of ponies. What better to than let them get some fresh air out in public? Well, we went outside and people stared at the ponies. One person called 911 and the police came. The police tried to take the ponies, but they failed. I got on Rainbow's back and she flew really fast at the police. When we were in range, I punched a policer with my supersonic Rainbow punch while yelling, "You'll never catch us alive." Rainbow said I was awesomer than her, and Fluttershy gave me a congratulatory hug. Congratulatory hug. Yes.
I feel like Craig.
We've got drama. Embrace this man.
We've got drama. We've got potential romance. We've got action. It's got everything that a prime fic would need. 10 out of 10. IGN. Let's carry on to the next.
Oh my
chapter.
god. I literally had just felt like Craig the Psycho had just taken his saw and
I have no
cut
idea
out
who
half
you're on
my
about.
brain.
Okay. Chapter 2 is called Chapter 3.
It's so good. Skip the chapter.
I had to do a double take here. I had to do a double take here. After we got home from the super awesome party, every pony was tired. We decided to go to bed. Fluttershy and me went to my room, and there wasn't a second bed, so she had to sleep in mine. Oh, we're getting somewhere now.
Yeah,
This romance has been building up over 1.5 chapters. Let's see where this heads. Obviously, she had to sleep in mine, and I started to sleep on the floor. What? No. Come on. Fluttershy said that she didn't feel right, and she told me she wanted to switch sleeping places. I told her no, she deserved the bed, and she then said after some awkward silence that maybe we could both sleep in the bed. I accepted, and we drifted off to sleep in my bed. Aww.
Oh, if only the writer was a little better at writing a story. Then I could actually have a heart for this.
Chapter 2 has got a huge space, like, after the paragraph. On to Chapter 3.
If this fucking Chapter 3, I'm going to have a fit.
Chapter 3.
Skip Chapter 2.
Chapter 3.
Be right back.
Chapter 3 is called Chapter 4.
Just skip numbers.
I woke up to the sound of the door opening and Twilight walked in. She said she heard weird sounds last night and was just checking on us.
Oh god, I just looked.
Oh. So.
Oh!
I see what's happened here. Flutter was laying on top of me, and for some reason I had no clothes on. Reason might that be, you might ask?
Low combo.
Oh! Twilight got wide-eyed and walked out. I then realised why I had no clothes on, but I can't say why because this story is rated for everyone and I can't figure out how to change it. Fluttershy was blushing like crazy, man. I comforted her and said it was alright, and we fell back asleep. Okay. Brilliant.
Oh god.
On to Chapter 4. Which is called Chapter 5.
Let's just continue this train ride downwards.
Couldn't hear a word of that, but never mind. We woke up, I put my cloths on, and we went to talk to the other ponies and told them that we were a couple now. Oh my god. It's happened. I predicted this since Chapter 1. Suddenly, a portal ripped open and sucked us in. We landed in Ponyville. Twilight said the portal took them to real world because Fluttershy needed to be taken to me so we could fall in love, and since we had the portal opened to take her back. I don't know. The logic here is astounding. But when Fluttershy was taken by the first portal, the other ponies were in the room and got sucked into. The same thing happened with the second portal. We were all in the room, so we got all got sucked in.
Just making just stating something here. I believe that Chapter 2 did exist, but Rarity was in that chapter, and then he decided he hated Rarity, and so he decided to remove Chapter 2, and then say that Rarity never existed in the first place.
I would delete the chapter if Rarity was in it. So, Chapter 5. Chapter 6.
Rarity is that funny.
No. So, we're in Ponyville, and Fluttershy takes me to her house to get me settled in, since we're getting married and everything. She went to the bathroom saying she had to do something, and she came out with a thing that looked sort of like a thermometer, and she said she was pregnant. There's no way, right?
Wow.
This has escalated quickly.
Hybrid.
Yeah. So yeah. Any and all accusations that this guy is doing a self-insert into the show have been cast out because, you know, if he really liked Fluttershy that much, then he wouldn't put himself in this situation. It couldn't possibly be a self-insert. Okay. There's no way, right? She's a pony and I'm a person. How does that even happen? I asked her if she wanted to go through with the pregnancy, and she said yes. If you're wondering why I'm saying these words in a strange way, it's because of the strange spellings. We continue to get settled in before leaving to tell the other ponies the new news. On to Chapter 6, which is called Chapter 7. No, it's not. This is not called Chapter 7. It's called Chapter 7 with an X. Well, we went to tell the ponies about the baby, and we did.
We went to do that, and we did that.
They were all happy for us, but Twilight began having a spaz attack, trying to figure out how it was even possible. The spaz... Oh my goodness.
Silence, confused, running. We did that, and we did. I'm just keeping a track of all the redundancies we've gone over
Seriously,
in Trollfic
if Twilight
so far.
can't figure it out, then how is it even possible? Guttershy.
Guttershy.
I love that. Guttershy decided that we would put the wedding off for a while because what was the point in getting the dress when she would just get too big to fit in it?
Wow.
I imagined a fat Fluttershy in my head and had a mental Aww.
Wow.
We then went back home and went to bed together, if you know what I mean.
Look, I'm all for human pony romance, but come on, you are creeping me out.
Time for Chapter 7, which is called Chapter 8. Time skip 9 months. Fuck yes.
Hold on. I take issue with this because horse pregnancies are actually close to 11 months.
Well, this is his alternate universe. This is a universe where Rarity doesn't exist and pregnancies last 9 months. So, he can do whatever the hell he wants.
And Chapter 2 gets skipped.
Yeah. Okay. Chapter 7. Chapter 8.
And it could just be a human child, which would be very awkward.
Time skip 9 months. We were in Ponyville Hospital because Buttershy was about to have her baby. After a lot of pushing and me leaving out a lot of details, our baby was born. Leaving out a lot of details. I like it. He was a he. He was also a human with Pegasus wings. The doctor started flipping out. Yes! We've got to have someone flipping out in every story. They took the baby away, to make sure it was physically okay. Fluttershy, he's actually spelled it right this time. Yes. Fluttershy spelled correctly. Fluttershy was crying and I was comforting her. I knew the baby would be okay, and what do you know? The doctor came in and said everything was fine. we decided to name our son Angel, named after actual angels and Fluttershy's bunny. It's named after actual angels and Fluttershy's bunny. After all the stress, Fluttershy and me passed out.
Wow.
Now for the final chapter.
Which might actually be the longest one.
Chapter 8, also known as Chapter 9. Hang on. Epilogue. Ooh. Angel eventually grew up, made his way into the real world, and took control of it. I didn't fucking see that one coming.
Wow.
No. I couldn't have been more proud of him. Fluttershy passed away.
So she just dies.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Fluttershy passed away shortly after the birth of Angel. He was significantly larger than newborn pony, thus damaging some internal organs and causing a lot of blood loss during the birthing. This fanfic has everything: drama, suspense, romance, tragedy. 10 out of 10 IGN. I was depressed for a while, but I put that aside. I had a son to raise. Rainbow Dash taught him to fly because I couldn't, and Fluttershy, you know.
Because
Anyway,
you know.
although Rainbow taught him well, because you know, she's tight. And although Rainbow taught him well, he still could never fly quite as fast as her, probably due to the human body being less aerodynamic. He's actually spelled aerodynamic right, so that's cool. Still, he was a great flyer, and it certainly helped him with his earthly conquests. All the ponies in school avoided him, so Twilight decided to homeschool him. Ah, that could be a plot twist. Homeschooled by your teacher. Get in with the teacher.
Don't go there, please.
This fic has already gone everywhere and anywhere. I would not be surprised. He was getting a better education that way anyways. For a while he had a job working for Applejack at Sweet Apple Acres. His wings, combined with his hands, allowed him to easily find and pick the ripe apples and leave the immature ones, whereas simply bucking the trees to cause all the apples to fall. He and his aunt, Pinky, liked to bake together, especially after I told him that human ladies like a man who can cook.
Wow.
Much to Pinky's dismay, he disliked having birthday parties. He felt bad partying on the anniversary of his mother's death. Oh, there's actually some depth to this character.
He's not a Gary Stu.
He's not a Gary Stu. He's got depth. He doesn't like birthdays because it was
He's
his mother's
Angel.
death. He is an angel. Oh my goodness.
He's an abomination.
I am back.
Right, where did I leave?
What chapter are we on?
He felt bad partying on the anniversary of his mother's death, last chapter, so he sat at her grave and grieved on his birthday instead. Oh!
Borrow's sad now.
At the age of 19, at the age of 19, Angel was sent to the real world by Twilight after she found an interdimensional transport spell in the Royal Archives. After seeing how horrid of a place it was, he decided to change it, and change it he did. I'm glad that was cleared up. Although the world was indeed a dictatorship, everyone was happy. Right? I love it. It's North
It's a
Korea.
happy dictatorship.
Sorry, but
The happy ship.
He ruled the human world in much the same manner as Celestia ruled Equestria. So that was very vague advice and pointless tests and total manipulation over her pawns. And
I am literally trying to put my hand through my head at this point.
And I, Xavier Signia, am writing this as my autobiography. I always wanted to write one of these, and since I'm on my deathbed, another tragedy. I didn't see that one coming. I decided this was certainly the best time to. I feel my breathing slowing, so I must bid this world farewell. Xavier said he died while he was writing it.
What?
He didn't get to finish his name. He died while he was writing it.
Best.
Ficta, are you actually crying?
Of course I'm fucking not.
Oh god.
Oh, man.
That's- that was-
That part of the entire
that was
read right there.
That was convincing.
Right. Well, that was a very interesting fic. Well, there was certainly a lot of twists and turns. Fluttershy dying out of fucking nowhere is at the top of the list of things that you
It's
could
like a
say.
pattern, like all these bad fics to keep reading as Fluttershy die at some point.
Yeah. But, yeah. I think it's, wait, what the hell is with Galade's comment? It's like Princess Handjob wrote this story with one hand.
Hey Glade, what do you think Jason thinks about this?
Princess Handjob!
He's probably gonna kill him
Did
first.
that
He's
one.
right behind him right now, actually.
Right.
Okay.
Let's wrap this up then.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Yep, this was,
Someone made a comment with all the different spellings he used for Fluttershy.
yeah, Guttershy, Buttershy, Shutterfly. This was me, Ficta Scriptor, Galade, Barrow, Adam the Pony, Colt Zero, Delta, Mike Marksman, Saint Absol, and Wes Fox.
Right now,
Until
somebody
next time.
please impale me.
Okay.
I got a horn, I'll take care of that.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god!
Okay, so
It's not like...
I stop recording.
Yeah. Recording, yes.